Hello and welcome, or welcome back to another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. We're going to do a little flow and go. If you have a couple of blocks, great. If not, I will give you ways that you can modify to bring the floor closer to you. And we're going to start standing up today. So stand either with your feet together or hip socket distance apart. You want to stand in a way that all 10 of your toes can point straight ahead, right? And that you feel balanced across the four corners of each foot. Lift the toes up, spread the toes out, bring the toes back down. Lift the kneecaps, lift the quads, lift the heart and chest up. Roll your shoulders back and down, chin level with the ground, crown of the head stretching up towards the ceiling. Tadasana. So if you can find elements of Tadasana in all your postures, you're going to have really good alignment for all of your postures. We'll start with a few half sun salutes. As you inhale, stretch and reach your arms up, stretching up to whatever's above you. Exhale, fold. And as you fold, feel free to bend your knees. You can even use blocks underneath your hands. If you didn't have a block, you could use a chair or a stool. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. I'm keeping my knees generously bent until I'm more warmed up. Inhale, stretch and reach the arms up. You can look up. And then exhale back to center, either hands at heart or by your sides. Inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart. Exhale to fold. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, stretch up, look up. Exhale back to center. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, reach the arms up as you stretch up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen your chest. Exhale, fold back down. Now get rooted in your feet. Inhale, stretch and reach your arms out and up, look up. And then exhale back to center. We're going to take a low lunge. So if you're on a hard surface and you feel like you need to pad your knees, you could grab a blanket, a towel. I have these little cushions for my knees. So whatever you need to not let there be a lot of pressure on your knee, your kneecap specifically. And then join the feet together. As you inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up, come into chair pose. Heavy heels, toes light. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. As you exhale, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down, pat it if you need to. Inhale your arms up, you're in a low lunge. Then as you exhale, bring your hands down, step back to plank, pause. Then lift the hips up and back, down dog. Bring your right foot forward. Lower your left knee down. Inhale your arms up, low lunge. And then exhale, hands frame foot. Bring your left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, fold back down. And then if you can, joining the feet together, deeply bend the knees, reach your arms up, return to chair pose. Then exhale, stand, bring your hands to your heart, or you can have your arms by your sides. Inhale, stretch and inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. When you exhale, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Inhale your arms up, low lunge. If it was too much on your knees, you can always keep your back knee off the floor. Exhale, bring your hands down, step back to plank. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Bring your left foot forward, right knee lowers down. Inhale your arms up, low lunge. And then exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot. Bring your right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fold back down, joining the feet together, bend your knees. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Then exhale, stand, pause, and breathe. Root down through the four corners of each foot. Lift the kneecaps, lift the quads. Lift the heart and chest up. Roll your shoulders back and down, chin level with the ground. And then step your feet wide apart. About a leg's length distance between your feet. And then externally rotate your right thigh bone in the hip socket so your right leg is turning out. Left toes turn in and left heel spins out. Take your arms and open them up to the height of your shoulders. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, bend your right knee coming into warrior two. As you inhale, reach the arms up and straighten your right knee. As you exhale, open the arms and bend your knee. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. Twice more. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. One more time. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. Pause. Soft gaze over your right middle finger, and then take your right forearm to your right thigh. Sweep your left arm up and over. This is a variation of side angle pose. You could certainly bring your right hand to the floor. Classically, it would be on the little toe side of your right foot. If you wanted to take a wrap and bind, you would take your right hand to the big toe side of your front foot and wrap your left arm behind you. Now press down into your feet. Inhale as you return to warrior two. Now exhale, straighten your right knee, bring your hands to your hips, parallel your legs. Externally rotate your left thigh bone in the hip socket. So you make sure you're turning from the thigh bone, not just the foot, otherwise the knee doesn't come along with you. Open up your arms to the height of your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, bend your knee, coming into warrior two, second side. As you inhale, raise the arms and straighten your left knee. As you exhale, open your arms and bend your knee. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift and straighten. Lift up and out of the sides of your waist. Exhale, open up, bend, and extend. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, open up, bend, and extend. We have 2 more. Inhale, lift and straighten. Reach up towards the ceiling or whatever's above you. Exhale, bend and extend. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. Pause. So soft gaze over your left middle finger. Bend your left forearm. Take your left forearm to your thigh, not your knee, and then sweep your right arm up and over. Send the left side of your chest forward, the right side of your chest backwards. So you're revolving the left side towards your right side. And then see if you can drop your left outer hip just a little bit lower towards the floor. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. And then exhale, release the arms, parallel the legs. Have all 10 of your toes pointing straight ahead. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, stretch the arms out and down, fold forward. As you inhale, lengthen your chest forward. As you exhale, fold back down. So 3 more times like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Think of reaching the crown of the head away from your lower back. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, lift and straighten, meaning the arms and the legs, actually. Exhale to fold. Twice more. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale to fold. And then 1 more time. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, fold. So imagine you had a block in between your elbows and you're firming those elbows towards one another. Like squeeze of that imaginary block. And then observe where the weight is in your feet. Can you balance the weight across the 4 quarters of each foot? Lift the arches up, hug the outer ankle bones in. Slide your shoulder blades up towards your waist. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Keep the head low, right hand to right hip. Left hand to left hip. Draw the belly in. Inhale, come up to stand. And then exhale, join your feet together. Reestablish your Tadasana. Grounded through the 4 corners of each foot, kneecaps lifted, quads lifted, heart and chest lifted, shoulders rolling back and down. As you inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, lengthen your heart forward. As you exhale, step back to plank and hold there. Reach the crown of your head forward, reach your lower back backwards. Shoulders right above the creases of your wrists. Lengthen your sitting bones towards your heels. Lengthen the crown of the head away from your heels. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back, down dog. From your downward dog position, join your feet together and then inhale, reach your right heel up and back. You can lift that hip a little bit higher. You can bend the knee. You can point or flex the foot. Keep drawing the navel in. As you exhale, level off the hips and bring the right foot down to meet the left. And then inhale, take the left leg up and back. That leg can be straight, that can be bent. You can lift that hip higher. You can point or flex the foot. As you exhale, level off your hips. Pause and breathe. And then bring that right foot forward, left heel in and down. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your right knee. Inhale, reach towards your right side. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up for triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. Press into the big toe mound of your right foot and the heel and the little toe side of your back foot. Straight arms, straight legs, pause and breathe. Inhale, return back to warrior two. And then exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank, pause. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Bring your left foot forward, right heel in and down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten your knee. Align your front heel with your back arch. Inhale, lengthen over that side. Exhale, hand to the floor, block or shin. Top arm up to the ceiling. So if you didn't have anything, you could always rest your hand on your shin or your thigh, right? Or maybe your hand makes it all the way to the floor. Stack top shoulder over bottom shoulder. Draw that navel in and up towards the spine. Press down into your feet, lift away from the floor. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Hold that plank position. Keep reaching the crown of the head away from your lower back and tailbone. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back, down dog pose. Take a few breaths in your downward dog. Ideally, the hands are shoulder width and the feet are hip socket distance apart. Root through your hands, root through your feet. When you're ready, walk the hands towards the feet towards the ends. You're probably going to end up in the middle of your mat. Take an inhale to lift the heart, lift the chest. Take an exhale to fold. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up as you look up. And then exhale back to center. So now we're going to take chair with a twist. You could use blocks on either side of your foot. You could use a chair, a stool, the corner of a bed, a couch. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. So your heels are heavy, your toes are light. Now when you exhale, take your right hand to your right hip crease. Reach your left arm a little bit more in front of you. Then see if you can take your left upper arm and hook it to the outside of your right thigh. And then take that left hand to your right shoulder to encourage that right shoulder to move behind you. Stay there or bring your hands towards your heart center. Now you're in chair with a prayer twist. If you wanted to go deeper, you could take your left hand to the floor, right arm up. You could even take a wrap. So here's where you could use the block or a chair or a stool. Sit a little deeper, heels heavy, toes light. Then exhale, fold forward. So notice if you gripped or clenched in your toes, make your toes really light. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold back down. Now root through your feet. Inhale, stretch and reach the arms out and up as you stand up and look up. And then exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Heavy heels, toes are light. Now when you exhale, left hand to left hip crease, right arm reaches forward. Bend the right elbow, take the right arm to the outside of the left thigh. Now take that right hand to your shoulder, your top shoulder, which is your left. Move that left shoulder behind you. Palms together in prayer. Hand to floor or sky. Hand to floor, block or chair or stool. Try to get your knees together. So probably they skewed. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Sit a little bit deeper with your inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Let your head go. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Stretch up, look up. Then exhale back to center. As you inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest up. Now exhale, step your left foot back. Right foot is forward. And inhale as you come up to Crescent Lunge. Reach the left arm in front of you, right arm behind you. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale if you choose. Just like you did in chair pose, left arm to the outside of the right thigh, palms together. Left hand could be down, right arm could be up, palms together, or you could take a wrap. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot, step back to plank and hold. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Now bring your left foot forward, right heel is high. Inhale. Come up, Crescent Lunge. Exhale, right arm in front of you, left arm behind you. Lift up and out of the sides of your waist. You could hook the right arm to the outside of the left thigh. You could bring that right palm to the floor, left arm up to the ceiling. You could take a wrap and a bind. Try to lift the inner lining of that right leg up so your right leg stays really straight and lower the lower back towards the floor. Slow it down, lift the chest from the ground. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot, step back to plank. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Take a few breaths in your down dog. And as you did earlier, walk hands to feet, feet to hands, so you end up in the middle of your mat. Take an inhale, lift your chest up. Take an exhale to fold back down. Press down into your feet, inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale back to center. A couple more standing poses before we do some back extension. So you can use your blocks. You could use a wall. Again, you could use a chair or a stool. Okay? The right foot's going to stay forward. The left leg is going to take it back. Okay? So you're drawing your right hip back, left hip forward. Take your right hand to your right hip crease. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. And then exhale, start to hinge from your hips and fold. So ideally, classically, your left hand would be on the little toe side of your right foot. So if you didn't have a block, you could have your hand on the foot or the shin. Draw your right hip back, reach the crown of your head away from your lower back and tailbone. Reach your top arm up to the ceiling. Take an inhale here. You're in revolved triangle pose. Keep drawing the navel in. Keep revolving the left side of your chest forward, the right side of your chest backwards. Stay here, inhale. And then when you exhale, bring your top hand down. Let your hands frame your front foot, pause. Continue to draw that right hip back, left hip forward, and let the head be heavy towards your big toe mound of your front foot. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Then exhale, bring your left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back to center. Hands to hips, step your right foot back. So it's not quite a leg's distance. It's a little bit shorter than that. And I'm lining up my front heel with my back heel. If that feels like a tightrope, take the left foot more to the left, right foot more to the right. Left hand on left hip crease, right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Take your right hand, again, ideally little toe side of your right foot. You can also use like books, cans, whatever you have. Lengthen the crown of the head away from your lower back and tailbone, and then revolve the right side of your chest forward, the left side of your chest backwards. Keep the sacrum drawing in, keep the belly drawing in, and then extend that left arm up to the ceiling. Left shoulder stacking directly over the right. Rooted through the big toe mound of front foot, heel and little toe side of back foot, isometrically digging those heels towards each other. Revolve triangle, Parvita Trikonasana. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, unwind, fold forward, pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. And then I'm going to show you a couple of variations at the wall. And so you can utilize your wall space to do these more complicated standing postures. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, bring your right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold back down. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back to center. So you could anchor your right heel to the baseboard. Bring your left foot forward. It's going to be out of the frame, but just so you can see that I'm pressing my heel into the baseboard. And so it's going to help me to stay very solid in my foundation. Then you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold. So now there's no wavering because my back heel is anchored. So you could use the wall. And eventually you want to feel that anchoring done on your own, right? And then revolved triangle pose, utilizing the baseboard. So that's one way of doing it. Another way you could do it is using the wall sideways, right? So I'm going to bring my left foot back, right foot forward. And then I'm going to be really close to the wall. I'll show you this side and the other side. So now my left hip is anchored to the wall. Right hand to right hip. Lift the left arm up. Hinge from your hips. Fold. And then you might find like, oh, I'm a little bit deeper because I can utilize the wall. My hand's on the foot or floor, and then my top arm reaches up, right? So that's triangle side hip. And then I'll show you from the opposite direction. I'll be turning towards, the wall, right? So then right hand to right hip, left arm up, reach up, inhale. And then exhale, left hand down. Now I'm taking my right hand to the wall, and I can anchor my outer hip to the wall. So you can utilize the baseboard, you can utilize the wall for these more complicated standing postures, right? Come back to the front edge of your mat. Always able to find uses in your home to do your yoga. As you inhale, reach your arms up, and it's promised back extension now. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold your plank position. Your knees can come down first. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows, and lower all the way down to the ground. And then if you have your 2 blocks, let your hands rest on the blocks. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. Your hands would rest on the floor. So your hands are going to be on the blocks. I'm going to scooch back so you can see better. And I'm going to push down into the blocks as I lift my chest from the ground. So I'm isometrically digging my hands towards my outer hips. I'm pressing my hands down. I'm pressing the tops of my feet down. Now draw the belly up. See if you can lift the heart a little bit higher. And as you do that, those blocks might slide towards you, right? So you're getting a little bit more extension in the chest, a little bit more extension in your spine. Hence the term back extension. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, lower. Place the blocks to one side. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Let your fingertips line up with your chest. Pin your elbows towards one another. And then inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. You're in Cobra Pose. Keep drawing the navel in and up towards the spine. Lengthen your lower back towards your feet. And then press down into your feet so much that your shins, the knees, and parts of the thighs, they lift. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, lower. Bring your arms behind you. Interlace the fingers at the webbing. Stretch your knuckles towards your feet. And as you inhale, stretch the knuckles towards your feet. As you exhale, lift the chest up. It's almost like you had a marble underneath your nose and you're just pushing that marble forward, but you're still keeping the length on all sides of the neck. So there's no kinking of the neck. Stay here, inhale. Exhale to lower. Now you're going to use those blocks one more time. If you don't have the blocks, it's not a big deal. We're going to go for up dog with the blocks. If you don't have the blocks, your hands are going to be on the floor. So now the blocks kind of by your bottom floating ribs. Again, this is going to give you more length, more extension for your back extension. Press the tops of your feet down, and then inhale, lift from the ground. So now the only thing that's on the mat are my hands and my feet, both the blocks, obviously. Move the fronts of your shoulders towards the backs of your shoulders. Move the fronts of your arms towards the backs of the arms. Lengthen your lower back towards your feet. And then exhale, roll over your toes. Come back to downward dog pose. And when you're ready, remove your hands from the blocks. Feet about hip socket distance, hands about shoulder width. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. And then lower the knees, have a seat, pause, and breathe. So typically we would do the back bends in between, but I wanted to really separate this flow and go class with doing sun salutes, then the standing postures, and then the back extensions at the end. Take an inhale here. And then when you exhale, bring your legs out in front of you. And we'll do some forward bends to cool down. Draw the right knee in towards you. Take the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Some of you could even go into like a half lotus position where that right heel goes to the left hip crease, right? So we did hip openings, right? As you inhale, lift and lengthen, reach up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, fold. If you're in that half lotus position, you could take your right hand to your right big toe, and then left hand to left big toe. So it's the yogi toe lock. It's index finger, middle finger, and thumb wrapping around the big toe. Inhale here, and then exhale to fold. The chin can tuck down, fold towards the ground. As you inhale, lift your chest up. As you exhale, release. Extend that right leg forward and straight. And then draw your left knee in towards you. And then the left sole of foot to the right inner thigh, or maybe you do that half lotus. This time it's the left heel coming really high to the right hip crease. And then you can take that left arm and wrap it behind you, holding onto that big toe. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale, perhaps the yogi toe lock, with that right big toe, index finger, middle finger, and thumb. Lift your chest, inhale. Hollow the belly, fold forward, exhale. Keep drawing the navel in to protect the lower back and sacrum area. And to keep that awareness of your pelvic floor, right? Inhale, lengthen your chest. Exhale, unwind, reach the arms up. Free that left leg forward and straight. Extend both legs out. Flex both feet and inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, fold. So if you're not able to get to your toes, you could use a strap, a towel, a cord, a belt, a loop, whatever you have available to you. Take an inhale, lift your heart. Then exhale to fold. The hands can also rest on the outside edges of your shins. You're folding forward, you're folding inward. And then as you inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, release the arms down. And then if you do have a block, you could, when you lay down, put the block underneath your lower back and say for a supported bridge pose. If you don't have a block, you could just do a more active bridge, right? So the hands could interlace with one another. Hopefully you can see that. You could hold on to the outside edges of your mat. But if you have a block, it's kind of nice to have that block at the lower back and sacrum. If you wanted to go into an inversion, you could take the legs up, or you could take legs up against the wall. You can go into a shoulder stand. Right? You could also go back to those videos where I have the headstand and the shoulder stand and the handstand. So many things for you to choose from. Some days you want to be more active. Some days you want to be more passive. Some days you just have just a little time to do a little something. Pick and choose. When you're ready, bring your feet to the ground. We'll lift the hips up and gently draw the knees in towards you. You can move a little bit from side to side. Massage your lower back and sacrum. Take an inhale here. And then when you exhale, lift the forehead towards your knees. Make yourself really compact. And then lower down, take the right arm overhead, roll to one side. Use your hands, push the floor away, and then bring yourself up to sit. Maybe that's sitting with your shins crossed. Maybe that's sitting on your feet or in between your feet. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Allow the heart to lift and the mind to bow towards the heart. And just observe how your body feels after doing this flow and go practice. Namaste. Thank you, yogis and YouTube community. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I looked at all the comments. I'm not always able to respond to all of them, but I do send messages in the live chat feed. So thank you so much for your time and attention and for liking these videos and subscribing. Ciao for now, and peace out, yogis. Until next time.